up, you guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be actually a little bit different. So a lot of people have been asking me to go through the painting process and do a video on it. So I thought I'd do y'all one better and pretty much talk about a huge debate that's been with painting, and especially with people who want to get into painting. And the number one thing is, what kind of gun should you buy? All right, so guys, you know I've been painting a lot recently, and I decided to finally invest into myself, and I bought myself two brand new guns. And check these things out, guys. These are absolutely beautiful, and they definitely cost a pretty penny. As you know, from the CLS, we did paint it with a DV1 base coat gun. Paul actually recommended these guns for me. I didn't want to buy the same clear coat gun as him because it was $1,500, and that was almost the same price I paid for both of these. He has the silver one. I went with the special edition. The only difference is the paint job. I wanted it to match my clear coat gun, so I think it looks really cool. You know, it has the black paint job versus the other DV1 that we always use. It's silver. So these guns came out to around $1,600 plus with the accessories. You got to buy these little tips right here. These are the cups we use. They're pretty expensive. I had to buy two of those, and obviously a regulator and all that. This is the $15 Harbor Freight gun, and I converted it to this. That way this test will go smoothly, and we can replace the cups, and we don't have to be pouring into that stupid little cup it comes with. But obviously, if you're using this gun at home, you just literally use that cup. You know, you won't be having to switch out between two guns. So a big thing I always see is people saying, oh, a Harbor Freight gun won't last. And that is true. Our DV1, we've had it for about a year, and we haven't had any issues with it. And the DV1 does have cheap parts. You know, that's one thing I like about it versus, like, for instance, a SATA. You know, a SATA rebuild kit's almost half the price of the gun. Versus a DV1, the parts are readily available and cheap. But with this gun, I paid actually $19 because I paid $2 extra, and he said in a span of 15 months, I can bring this gun back. So I could literally thrash it, use it till it doesn't spray no more, and literally go get another one. And that's, at that point, you know, you get these paint jobs done and you only spent 40 bucks on two guns. And then you just keep doing that process. It would take a very long time to run through all these guns to get to the price of this gun. So yeah, this gun will not last, but also it's so cheap. Like, if you're just trying to do one paint job, I don't think it'd be worth it to buy expensive guns, you know, because you can just get it done and, you know, just throw the gun away. So we're going to do a controlled test, and I have two bumpers here. I actually went out of my way, and some people are gonna hate me for this, but I sanded my S2000 bumper down because I do have another one right here, and I thought I wanted to do two identical parts. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna sand my bumper down and I'm gonna paint it with this one. So we have two identical bumpers here. The only difference is this one does have a molded lip. I thought it'd be a great idea to do that, and man, I hated it. It was just so much work, but the bumper looks amazing. It did have a little piece of trash here that I sanded out. That's why it's sanded through right there. But I mean, the bumper is pristine shape. So what we're going to do is, I think, you know, I don't know. I've never sprayed with the Harbor Freight gun, so I'm definitely going to paint this bumper with the Harbor Freight gun and this one with the DV1 simply because I don't want to risk messing up my bumper, and this is for research purposes. So let's get right into it. First thing we got to do is clean both bumpers, and then we need to throw down a white ground coat because red absolutely does not cover. And so when you're painting and there's sand throughs like this, you know, the red could evenly cover this, but anywhere where it's black, it's not going to cover, and you're gonna have little black spots everywhere. So you definitely want a solid color on something like red because it just doesn't, same thing with orange and yellow. So we're gonna throw a white base coat down on this, and this doesn't need a white base coat because it already has a base coat anywhere where it's sanded through, and the bumper is already red. So this bumper is actually not gonna need a lot of paint. So let's go ahead and get these cleaned and then start spraying. Okay guys, so the ground coat's laid down. It's laying down pretty smooth, I'd say. For a Harbor Freight gun, I'm actually happy with the results. I've never painted with the Harbor Freight gun. I've only primed with it, but so far it's looking great, and the ground coat's down. So we're gonna let this dry and tack up, and then we'll tack it and throw down the red. So I have my paint here, and that's why I put this adapter on, because it's just gonna make it so much easier swapping out the cups and using it. So we're good, and I'm glad it doesn't leak because I just Teflon the heck out of it. And so now we're ready for our base. It has dried, and we're gonna go ahead and throw it on the base coat, and then we'll throw clear. Look how much longer it is, so it's like it's not balanced. Like this is further away from the base of your hand, and this trigger, dude, you gotta like.
Yeah, put like 20 pounds of pressure on there. It's like
that gun's so much smoother. I can't wait to use that one, but we gotta do this one first. So let's go ahead and start spraying it. Leaking. Look at junk. Never been taken apart. Just went through the gun cleaner one time and it's already leaking. So it doesn't last, but also it's $15. Alright guys, so my gun is leaking. Dang, that sucks.
Speaking of Harbor Freight.
Well, it's not the problem, it's this adapter. I think I bought the wrong adapter. I need to go clean this off because I don't want paint on my brand new gun. Okay, so we got the gun cleaned off, and luckily my brother Paul has a DV1, so I'm borrowing his thing, and we're going to use it, and it should not leak now. So we're good on that. So right away, I just noticed how much smoother the DV1 lays compared to this one. But I mean, that's as expected. So I guess we'll just have to wait till the end result. So now we're gonna throw down another coat of base, and then we'll see if we need another coat after that, because red doesn't really cover well. So we'll throw this down, and if we need any more, we'll throw more, and then we'll get ready for clear coat. Okay, so it's drying up, and I mean, it's honestly not that bad. You can see a tiny bit of peel in it, and then you compare to this, and it's like perfectly smooth. Like the expensive gun just shoots so much smoother, but you can kind of see a little bit of orange peel. I'm very curious to see how the clear is going to turn out. That's really the big thing, because I mean, base is base, but clear is the final product. So we're ready for it, and we're gonna go ahead and mix up some clear and start spraying. Okay guys, so we laid down the clear, and honestly the Harbor Freight gun did decent. Compared to its price point, you know, there is a little more orange peel in it, but I think it did really good. And for the price, like, shoot, I would run a Harbor Freight gun. If I'm just painting my car in the garage and just want to do a quick paint job, you know, it's not worth getting an expensive gun because the results really aren't that much different. It has just a lot to do with how long the gun will last you and stuff like that, you know. And I mean, it does obviously spray better and smoother, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get pretty close results. So if you are gonna just spray a car in your garage by yourself, you know, just wanna respray it, I would recommend just getting a cheap gun. Maybe not a $15 one. I just wanted to do like the cheapest of the cheapest to show you that it's possible to get a good paint job with it. And now I'm gonna call Yuri and Nathan in here, and I wanna see if they can guess which bumper was painted with which gun. All right, so they're working on the Dodge Ram over here.
Hey, go out there and see if you can see me.
Hey, yo,
Like a funny video.
boys.
Hey, we don't know where Yuri went.
Where's Yuri?
I don't know.
What the heck? Where is he?
Yuri. No
Yo,
way.
This was not staged.
I gotta put this in my vlog. Hold on.
Bro, this was not staged.
We're going across the border, yo.
Yo, hey, I was coming out here to call y'all to see if y'all would guess which gun was the Harbor Freight gun, and I just see you up in the bumper.
Yeah.
Yo,
Dang, son.
yo, that's the funniest thing ever.
How did you even get up? Is there that much room in there?
Dude, that is
Yo, let's do a
hilarious.
quicker beyond-
All right, so y'all got to go in the booth and y'all got to tell me which gun is Harbor Freight and which gun was DV1.
All right. Good thing I have my Odelphi lamp here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on.
It's decent. It's decent. The bodywork on this bumper is horrible, so disregard that.
I already know.
I already know.
I already know.
This is the expensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the Harbor
You
Freight
can
one.
already see it.
Yeah, it has a lot more peel.
I didn't even need the headlamp.
Shoot, but for $15, but it was a lot more of a hassle to spray it.
Yeah, well, the thing about this, that gun that you were spraying that with, that's for primer. So it's
Yeah.
really thick. It has a very thick nozzle.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, for you to have made this look like this, I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
actually
sir.
very impressed because there's really no way to spray clear coat out of that gun and get it to look, you know, that good. So,
Thank you, sir. Dude,
very nice.
the brand new DV1 compared to Paul's, oh my gosh, it literally just
Big
like,
difference?
dude, it lays on silky smooth. Like,
Boss, you need to add some more at the bottom. No?
oh,
Right there, look.
Yeah.
Those areas are the worst. You always end up...
I mean, I threw it there. I think when I went over the second time, it oversprayed and
Yeah,
missed it.
yeah, that happens
This
a
side
lot.
looks good though.
Huh?
I said this side looks good though. Like it's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look really good.
If I would have walked up on this side, I would have been.
And you know
guessing,
what's
but-
crazy? Like, this one has more trash in it than that one. So...
Well, this one, a lot of it is rock chips and it looks like trash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
I thought it had
But
paint on it.
this bumper was very beat up. This was just to
This
do the
was just
test.
a test.
Yeah, I mean the bumper was crap. Like you can see, it has a bunch of imperfections
So
everywhere.
how would you say the two guns stack up? One just annihilated the other.
Well, yes, in a way, but I was thinking like, really, the main benefit is longevity. You know, like it'll last,
Yeah.
and also it does spray a lot easier and a lot better.
Yeah, if you're gonna be doing 2 cars a day, obviously you need that.
Cause it,
Oh,
dude, the
God.
base, bro, it laid down like butter. Remember? You watch, you'll see when you watch this video. The
It
base is.
just went on so like.
Wait, so you're using it for base and clear?
No, I have the base gun and the clear gun.
Oh, you got both of them.
Yeah.
Even the stream coming out of the gun, you can. I don't know if you can see on the video, but even the stream coming out is just so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any.
It's got a way wider fan too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the fan
it's-
is
it's a
just,
beast.
It's
It's
like
actually-
one of those Chinese fans.
Cause
you
it's
know?
it's literally made for base coat.
Yeah.
You know.
It probably sprays super smooth, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude, it's so
Like
nice.
super
I'm gonna let you use it. Let you try it out.
Alright.
Paul liked it.
I'm gonna need to paint my truck.
But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the results, honestly.
So what are you gonna do with this bumper?
I don't know. Post it for like $200.
Who wants to buy?
Just
it?
like
Link in
in-
the description.
It's worth 200,
It's worth
just so I
200.
can get my money back from this video.
It's worth 200 for sure.
Yeah,
And that one's going on the card.
yeah,
How come you didn't delete the emblem?
I didn't want to do that.
You can just put some bolts in there.
Yo, that was so funny. We went out to go get him, and this dude is sitting in the bumper, bro. I was dead.
Trying to go across the border.
I'm surprised there's so much room up there.
That's what. Look, the
Is
second
there
I got
supposed
under
to be a plate under there or something, or what?
No, that's just how it is. I hopped up under there and I was like, dude, you could hide a body in here, and then boom, crawled right up there.
More than a body, you could.
Okay, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I wanted to switch the content up a little bit, and I think this was just a perfect thing to do. I've always wanted to test this, and especially now since I have my own guns, I can do it. And man, I love how this bumper turned out. Pictures and videos don't really do it justice. This one just looks way smoother than this one, and you can tell. Like, obviously, when the boys walked in, they right away noticed. So obviously, you know that an expensive gun will do the job better, but I mean, how much better is a thing? In all honesty, when painting, you want to cut and buff the car anyways. Every professional will do it. In a nice shop that does a show car finish, they will always cut and buff the car. You do want orange peel if you are trying to blend paintings because you want to match the factory orange peel. So if you're trying to do like a show car paint job in your garage, it's definitely possible. I know obviously I'm doing it in a booth, but if you wet the floor and you make the right environment to create yourself a booth, you could do it at home with a cheap gun. It would just require a lot of cut and buffing afterwards, but you know, that's just the proper way to do it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. And if you want to see more content like this and also our rebuilds, we do a lot of car rebuilds, be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any notifications. And also, guys, I did drop this on my Instagram beforehand, so if you want the inside scoop, go ahead and head over to my Instagram at motorhead.co. I'll link it down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.